Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, the 5th of October, and this is your first reading lesson of this week. So, to start the reading lesson, just like every other reading lesson we do in school, I would like you to do your retrieve, your infer, and your predict based on our picture stimulus today. So, on your sheet, if you've printed the sheet out, or you can just do it on a piece of paper as well under the headings retrieve, infer and predict. Can you tell me something that you can see in this picture, which is your retrieve? Then can you tell me something that you can infer from what you can see? And then can you tell me something that you predict? If this was a story, what do you think would happen next? We're really familiar with this now. We do this every single comprehension lesson in school, so you should be really happy with that. Can you pause the video now and make sure you complete your retrieve, your infer, and your predict. Our book today is Bearmouth by Liz Hyder, and it's really exciting. It's a really different book, so I hope you're going to really enjoy it. The blurb says, Bearmouth is home to a grim mining business where men and children labour under inhumane conditions to make their master wealthy. They work under the earth, under the omniscient Maker, who, so workers are told, sends us down into the dark earth to atone for the sins of our forefathers and mothers. Naive Newt hasn't seen daylight in years, but takes pride in being taught to read and write by fatherly Thomas, blithely accepting this lot until the arrival of new boy Devlin. Devlin's talk of revolution makes Newt feel that like things are unravelling slowly like a bootlace coming all undone. And if you actually look at the blurb, some of those sentences are quotes, and you'll notice that they're spelt incorrectly. And this is a thing that this book does all the way through. It is told from Newt's perspective, and Newt is a child who cannot write or doesn't know fully how to read and write yet. And it's all done in this broken language, which makes it really interesting. So there are some key words that we need to know before we start reading Bearmouth. So those words are strain, coinage, vapours, bunk, tram. And I've also put some names of some characters, Newt, Thomas, Toby and Jack. For each of those words in red, can you make sure that you're comfortable with the definitions of those words, either looking them up in a dictionary or researching them online? You need to make sure that all 5 of those words that you are really confident with. Once you've done that, you can pause the video here and go and read the Bearmouth text. Okay, so you should have read the text now. If not, make sure you go and pause the video and go and read it. We're going to look at some of these questions together. It says, name 2 times in the week when Newt gets taught by Thomas. So, have a little look at the opening part of the extract. What times of the week does Newt get taught by Thomas? So, he says that it happens after lunch and sometimes on Maker's Day after prayer. So those are 2 different times he's taught by Thomas. The next question says, based on the information given on page 9, what sort of impression do you get of the cabin and the sort of things that happen there? Well, this is a 3-marker, and there's a couple of 3-markers this week. Remember, for a 3-marker, you need to put point, evidence, point, evidence. And with the impressions questions, they are adjectives for your points. So what impression do we get of the cabin? Well, I get the impression that it's extremely important because in the text, it says something along the lines of, it's just for men's talk, no young'uns allowed. We could also say that it is a place of gathering because it says they have meetings there. We could say that we think it's like some sort of like town hall because they meet there every Sunday. So it might also be a religious building because they meet there on Sundays and pray. So you have a go at writing what impression you get of the cabin. Give me what you think and then some evidence. Give me what you think and then some evidence. And then the last guided question are: order these children, Newt, Thomas and Toby, from oldest to youngest. Well, who's the oldest? If you're not sure, pause the video and go back to the text and have a little look. So according to the text, Thomas is the oldest. I think he also says in the text he's almost double Newt's age. In the middle is Newt, and the only reason we know that is because he says that Toby is younger than he is. He says Toby's younger, but Toby is really, really clever. So from oldest to youngest, it's Thomas, Newt, and Toby. Now we've had a little work through those questions together, I want you to continue with the questions on the other side of the sheet independently. Now remember, you do not have to print that sheet out. You can write it down on a piece of paper. Just remember, make sure that you mark the questions with the correct numbers. And sometimes it's 2A or 2B. Just make sure you're writing that correctly. You don't need to write the questions out. If you need any help or support, don't forget you can send me a chat message at any time.